We filming.
Welcome guys, back to the hangar.
So guys, me and RD back in the hangar this morning. It's a Sunday morning. We're going to talk about real quick. We're going to do another discussion. I've gotten a lot of feedback on the channel here and on Instagram about people really liking that we discuss things about what happened with our flights or our builds or whatever the case may be. Well, if you watched the video of the Piper, the Cherokee the other week, if you haven't, I encourage you to go back and watch it. RD did a great job with the flying for a maiden flight. But on his second takeoff, there was a little bit of a hiccup, and I'm going to let him explain to you because he was behind the sticks with it. But there was a little hiccup, but got it up, you know, and had another successful flight. So he had 2 successful flights, 2 successful takeoffs and landings. But if you go back and look at that video, there was a spot in there where it was a little oopsie.
Can I do a little bit of a rant?
Yeah.
What aggravates me a lot, because we're just learning. Everybody knows that we're just learning. We've only been in this for a few months. And nobody's helping us. We're having to dig it out. So we do a lot of research, watch a lot of films. And one of my pet peeves that just aggravates me, I don't know about you, KD, but you see a guy get up there and he flies the thing and it goes wonky and it either crashes or it does this or it does that, and you go, what the hell happened? And they never explain to you what happened.
Yeah.
So how can I gain any knowledge out of that if I don't know what went wrong to cause that? So that doesn't really help me as an RC pilot. So today's little thing in the hangar is to do what aggravates me most, is to go back and tell you guys what went wrong.
Yep.
So what happened was the day that I took this airplane out, and by the way, it flies phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a great flight.
It's a great airplane. Good, smooth airplane.
Realistic looking.
Realistic looking. It looks beautiful in the air.
Really scaled.
And it's just easy to fly, very predictable. But if you'll notice when I landed, of course, I've got to work on my landings. I'll be the first to tell you, I need to work on my landings. But when I landed successfully I landed probably 3 or 4 times, didn't I? Because it bounced.
Yeah.
It bounced a good bit. But it came down, there was no harm done. But immediately I knew my landing was terrible. So while it was fresh in my mind, I wanted to take right back off with it. Well, what happened was, I took it out of safe, which was my maiden flight for it. I took it out of safe and put everything at 100% where I could ground handle the airplane. Well, on the way taxiing back, it just hit my head. Let's take this thing back off and re-land it again. Well, here I was with 100% rates, no safe, no nothing. And when I hammered down on it, I yanked back on the sticks and that thing went straight up. And then, to correct it, it went straight down. And it almost hit the ground and I got it pulled back up. But that's what happened. Nothing was wrong with the airplane. It was all me. I forgot to go back
to the proper rates.
To the proper rates that I had just flown it at. So I had everything at 100% with nothing on. And the airplane just reacted violently. If you look at the end of it, you'll see it almost crashed. So that was a lesson learned for me. So just wanted to let you guys know there was nothing wrong with the airplane. It was all on me as a rookie pilot not to take the time, like we all tell everybody to do. Take your time, make sure everything's right before you take off. I didn't do that. I violated that and it almost bit me. So with that being said, that's our explanation as to what happened at the end of that.
Overall,
that video.
And overall, it was a great flight.
Oh, it was a great flight.
And it was a good heads up on RD's part to know exactly what happened at that particular time and at that moment to save the airplane, because you could have easily went, oh crap, you know, and nose it in or hit one of the vehicles or something.
Exactly.
And tear up a perfectly good flying airplane.
But the minute it reacted the way it did, violently taking off and violently diving, I knew what happened. So after I got control of the airplane, I went back to my normal settings I don't remember the second landing. Was it better? I don't remember.
Yeah, both of them were good. Just the first landing, if you go back and look at it, the first landing,
It bounced.
it bounced. You got the little bit
Hit
more
nose
than the rear. And then the second one, you glided it right in. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it was
But
good.
that's our explanation as to what happened on that. So you guys, maybe you will learn something about it too, which probably all of you already know. Number one, number two, you're experienced pilots, you wouldn't make that mistake. But that is, as a newbie pilot, that was my mistake, and I won't be making that again. So that's our answer to what happened.
And the plane wasn't hurt at all.
No.
Even with
It never touched the ground.
No, never touched the ground, and even on the, and I gotta give it to it. It wasn't a hard landing, but if you noticed in the video, the bouncing on that first landing, and it held up great. The gears were strong, and I think you went in the grass a little bit, but the second landing was a good landing. So, and that's stuff that we have to work on. Me and Artie both got to work on.
It's just practice.
Yeah, we got to get out to, we sit here and say we can't go to the airport because of this or that or this or that. And back in the winter it was too cold, and now it's 115 degrees outside here in South Georgia. It's hot everywhere, I know, but in Southwest Georgia it's hot, y'all. And by 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, you go outside and you stand out there at a big airport like that on that asphalt. It gets hot quick.
Yeah, it does.
So we're trying to get as much flying as we can. We got a bunch of planes behind the camera over here that we've yet to even fly. But we're going to get to them, and we're going to get some flights in it, even if it's one plane at a time. That's what we're going to do. So.
Guys, I don't know whether you know it or not, but to be free and open with knowledge, I'm 74 years old. I'm 74 years old, and I'm having some health problems, and I cannot take the heat. And I know KD doesn't want to go by himself. I understand that, but as far as me going out to fly in this kind of heat, I can't take it. In fact, if you'll notice on one of the things where I was filming, you could hear me breathing so hard because the air was so thick I couldn't breathe.
Well, it's just so hot.
It's just so hot and muggy.
Yeah.
So just for everybody to know, it has to be pretty good conditions for me to be able to get out in it. To be honest with you, but
we're doing as much as we can.
we're doing as much as we can. But that's the story on the Cherokee. Is there anything else we need to say about it? It's a great airplane, guys. It's a great airplane.
Yeah, if you can pick one up, pick one up. It's a great flyer. I would say it's an easy to medium flyer as far as learning it. I mean, from what the way RD flew it was, he said it flew great. It was easy to fly. It was flying pretty low in rates. I think 6% on your rates.
Does this thing have safe? I think it has.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I was flying it in safe.
Yeah, you and that's what happened when he.
And you guys know it's safe. It cuts controls way down.
Yeah.
It cuts them way down.
So I don't know exactly what the rates
Now, honestly, when I flew it, this thing, the stabilizer, the horizontal stabilizer on this thing, the whole stabilizer moves.
Yeah, this whole back piece is
So-
the horizontal stabilizer.
So you don't get the elevator, to where you can make it absolutely streamlined. So really, it's pretty much a guess
Yes.
before you fly it.
Yeah.
And I did have to trim it because it kept
I
wanting.
think it kept wanting to go up.
Yeah, it
a
kept
little
wanting to
bit.
go
But
up.
I think you trimmed it out and then you adjusted when you got.
Yeah, I trimmed it out to where it flew, and then when I got it back to the house, I fired it back up, brought it up to where I had it trimmed. Then I manually adjusted it so I could get my trim back. And I think I went all the way off the scale on the trim. But other than that, like I say, it's a great airplane. You guys, if you want a good flyer, this is it.
And you were flying this with 3S or 4S? Usually 3S, wasn't you?
I don't remember. I think it was.
I think, do we have it written down?
I think it was 4S.
Yeah, it may have been.
I think it was 4S I was flying.
But it flew great, guys. So.
Yeah, it
Go
flew
pick
great.
one. E-Flight Cherokee. Wonderful plane. Beautiful plane. I like it.
Yeah.
Very, very scale, y'all. Very scale. Look at that thing. It's gorgeous.
It looks great in the air.
Yeah. Go back. I encourage you guys, go back and look at that video. I got some really good close-ups of him coming in on his approaches with the lights on. It just looked fantastic. So, really good flight. That's pretty much it on that one.
But that's the story on the Cherokee. Just wanted you guys to know that.
Yep.
To take care of a little pet peeve I've got.
There you go. Guys, we appreciate y'all watching here at DRAWDY RC. As already said, we're learning step by step on all these planes already. We got Radio Master TX16Ss that we're still learning on that end. And each plane has its own personality. You guys have been doing it long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every plane has something different quirk to it, and
Yep.
you got to work through it. And everybody, I know you guys know that, but we're learning. But as always, guys, thank y'all so much for watching DRAWDY RC. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. Please stick with us. A lot of great stuff coming. We got more discussions coming. We got another discussion we're going to do in a little bit.
We got 2 more.
Yeah, with the big C-130. So that video will be coming up here shortly. But please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at DRAWDY RC as well. Help support the channel. It doesn't cost a dime to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications when we post a video. So,
And guys, listen, you guys are, the good Lord has blessed us. This channel is really growing. I don't know what we're doing right. I don't know what we're doing wrong, but apparently we're doing something right because the channel is growing, and we just want you guys to know how much we appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate you being here. We don't have a lot of technical knowledge to give you because, like I said, keep bearing in mind, guys, we are brand new at this.
Yep.
We're brand new.
Yep.
So we don't have a lot of technical stuff, but you know something? What we do have, we're going to share with you guys.
Yep. So until next time, guys, we appreciate it. From the hangar, KD and RD, we'll catch y'all in the next video.
God bless you.